What's up, guys? It's G90Xer here, and after checking the after checking how things did on both Twitch and YouTube, I'm going to, as promised, show you guys the Dark Zone. So this is going to be kind of different. You guys are going to see me play differently as well, which is going to be because the Dark Zone is a massive online multiplayer area where actual players can attack you. So you kind of have to be careful with that. What else is there? Oh, by the way, happy Thanksgiving to the world, and also I hope you guys are having a great day as well. I'm kind of doing but, you know, what else is new? So, let me check everything. And then I'll get my link and everything posted. I actually need to go here. This one. And then I need to share this on Facebook. Twitter as well. Alright. So, like I said, you guys are going to get a chance to see me how I play in the Dark Zone. Because what I play in, like, main story versus how I play in the Dark Zone is completely different. I play tactically very, very much in the Dark Zone. So, I normally run, like, a bunch of heals. I run a full Nomad kit, other than, I think, my bag, which is still going to be the Ninja bag. That's actually what I'm currently running right now, since I'm doing a lot of solo work. Because, one, the heal on kill, you can't beat that. I'm actually going to boot this up real quick. And then we'll switch to this one. I know this covers my face, my character's face anyway. But this is mainly for you guys to see. So I recently also, I ran the Dark Zone in between streams. I got my hands on the Warlord. The Warlord and the Medieval, or the Medev combined, it's really, really good. I actually like this a lot more than my M4 right now. I can still run my M4. I'm just choosing against it. Because this thing does a lot more crit damage, a lot more enemy armor damage, which is a huge thing because there is a lot of armed enemies inside the Dark Zone, so you actually kind of need something that can handle that output. So the talents on this thing is Intense, Adept, which I need to finish getting at least Adept, because I need to up my crit chance, but Play Rough. Damage taken is reduced by 20% while firing. The taken damage is applied when you stop firing, so I could essentially survive this pretty easily. Not to mention, I out-heal it. So it's kind of like, think of it like this. The armor itself, my gear, has a major heal on kill power, which is completely broken. So 20% damage, I can also out heal it. So it's kind of one of those things where I'm like, there's really no point in that. Like, there's really no downside of running this gun when I've got my Nomad kit on. I can also run my Hunter Faith gear as well, which is another good class. Hunter Faith is, which I actually do have my loadout for that. My Hunter Faith kit, which it's not finished, which sucks, but this thing alone is a heal build which is the Hunter Faith. Hunter Faith has a lot of like good party healing perks. Nomad is really good when you're running a basic build that is, especially if you're running solo. Like for me right now, I am running the Ninja Bag because I like the Ninja Bag a little bit more than my Nomad Bag. If it was classified, of course I would run it because classified. Let me go ahead and go over that with you because I've got 2 pieces on Nomad that are classified. Let me pull that up. So my Nomad classified is you got your normal Nomad stuff, and then you got your extra heal on kill bonus, which is 5 sets if you have classified. Set 2 bonus is 15% heal on kill. Set bonus 5 is an extra 10, so that's improved Nomad's Resolve, which is the top one. And then the set bonus 6 is Nomad's Luck, 50% chance to have no cooldown have no cooldown for Path of the Nomad when playing solo. Take 60% less damage for 10 seconds after Path of the Nomad is triggered. That's set bonus 4. So set bonus 4 is Path of the Nomad. When receiving fatal damage, you are instantly healed to full health. I can only activate this every 4 minutes. That's why I don't like going into the Dark Zone a whole lot, because a lot of solo players run a full classified Nomad build, which anything in this game that's classified, you're most likely going to be getting broken stats as long as you build it correctly. And that's the thing that I'm currently running, except for I'm not running the full classified kit, which sucks, because if I had everything classified, including the bag, because you have to have all 6, I would pretty much be broken beyond repair. The one thing though that I am looking for is a better set of Nomad gloves, and the reasoning why is because these suck. At least the stats on it suck. I need to boost this, and the only way to boost it is to either re-roll them, which is another option, or I have to power it up. And powering it up really doesn't do me much good right now. I do like the extra 4% heal on kill and the 5% crit, which does help. It's just a lot harder for me to deal with right now. I am also working on the Final Measure. Final Measure is also really good if you're in a party. I also have my Banshee kit and my Hunter's Faith kit. Those are my 3 mains. I'm not going to be making any other kits. I think I'm only going to have 4 different builds with, I guess you can kind of say 4 different types of, or with 2 different gun sets. Right now I'm currently running my Nomad shotgun build, which this one alone is broken. My Medev, the talents on this thing are Unforgiving, which I kind of want to reroll. I can't reroll it because I rolled Deadly. Deadly ups my crit hit damage by 50%. Not to mention this thing is shooting a slug. So this thing is going to not only deal knockback, but it also deals it not only deals knockback damage, but it hits harder. So, because no matter how you look at it, instead of shooting like, say, 12 gauge buck, you're shooting a 12 gauge slug. In this game, slugs are better. This thing I can actually use like a semi-automatic rifle, and it does a lot more damage. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys what I run as far as equipment on these and mods. So the mods that I'm currently running on my Warlord, which is an AK-47 exotic variant, I run pretty much anything that has crit damage on it that does a shitload. So my C79 scope, 6% crit hit damage, 5%, 2.5% stability, 6% headshot damage. My Loud Vent Break does 19% crit hit damage, 3% crit hit chance, and 5.5% headshot damage, which that's busted. My Small Grip, any Small Grip will do. As far as any Small Grip will most likely get you a crit hit damage buff. This one particularly has at least some good stats. I do kind of want to get a better one because I need the crit hit chance as well, which I do have, I believe, on one of these. No, I don't. Oh no, I broke it down. Shoot. I'm gonna put this over here. But yeah, the small grip is you're guaranteed to get crit damage, which is a big deal in this game. The more crit damage you deal, the easier it is going to be to kill enemies, whether it be player or AI. And then of course I got my extended mag that does. It has, this one is kind of trash, but it has 85% mag size. Or no, wait, it's not this one. It's this one. 103% mag size, 4% crit damage, and 5% rate of fire. The reasoning why I went with the rate of fire on this one instead of the crit chance is strictly because it's better in the long run. The reasoning why it's better in the long run is because the faster you shoot as well, the easier it is for you to get the crits, or the faster that you can take down an enemy. Hence the reasoning why that this is better as far as long term. My Medev, I run a similar type of build. I can only run 2 on this though, unlike my AR. This one has a 19%. I'm actually considering switching. No, I can't. I can't because of the way that this is designed. Because the way that I'm running this one, I'm running it as a guaranteed type headshot for me. Because I don't really spray with this thing. I only, because it's a single action. It's not pump, it's semi. So that kind of changes everything as well. It's still a C79 scope, 19% critical hit damage, 5.5% headshot, 2.5 stability. And then I run an extended mag. This one has the 85% mag size, crit damage, and crit chance. The reasoning why I need both of these is because this thing hits like a truck, and you want to be able to ensure that this thing crits, because this is essentially, if it hits someone in the head, the headshot damage goes in. An extra 5.5% headshot damage does wonders for this gun. Ow, 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 Nitro. Okay, you're going over here, buddy. Excuse me. Yeah, he started clawing at my leg, so I had to get him done with. But this particular gun, you need the headshot damage. Otherwise, it's not going to work as well. Yes, do I have better ones? Of course. Like, I can go a small RDS scope, but that really doesn't help. It just adds stability, which I don't need for this gun. A T2 microdot, same deal. It doesn't offer enough, which is what I need for this gun. I need enough damage to ensure that this thing hits, and it's essentially a one-shot kill. So that's what I'm looking for when it comes to this gun. My secondary build, of course, which I do have, is a marksman rifle. I'm going to go ahead and equip that for you so you can see it. So this is my M700 Carbon. This thing is built for headshots, because right now we have an event going on called Outbreak. Headshot damages is increased. So this particular build is designed for headshots. So as well, where is it? I could use this one, but the headshot damage on this one sucks compared to this one. The VX1 scope, it is a 12x, well, it's a 12 times zoom scope. It has 16% headshot damage, which is huge. It's huge. 4% crit damage and 2.5% crit hit chance. And you'll see why that comes in handy later. I have my Omega Rifle Suppressor. It does 18% extra headshot damage, 2.5% stability, and 4% crit damage. This is the best I could find for this, because it's pretty much the exact same thing. Oh wait, this one's 18%. Whoops, sorry. I could go with this one, and it would add stability, but I don't need stability. It only hinders me more to do it that way. I need the headshot damage. Headshot damage is a big deal. I've got a small laser pointer. I could go with a small grip, but I'm choosing not to. This is where that accuracy comes into play. But it has crit damage, so I went on ahead and did it. Of course, I'm going to be looking for something better, but right now I don't have anything better. And it's going to be kind of hard for me to replace this one right now. I need something a little bit better. And then, of course, I just threw on an extended mag. It is a 116.5% magazine size, 4.5% reload, and then 4% crit damage. I don't need the rate of fire because, again, this is a bolt action marksman rifle. You don't need anything better when it comes to this. And honestly, there is no point in rate of fire for this gun for that reason. And then, of course, I've got a skin on it that makes it look awesome. But I am currently running this because it's like 50 times better, especially if I'm in close proximity, which in the Dark Zone you pretty much are, especially when PvPing. This gun is pretty good. It's next to the Showstopper, which I still have yet to find. The drop chance of getting an exotic Showstopper, which is a fully automatic shotgun, is next to impossible. I'm not joking. I have been looking everywhere for one, and I can't find it. And of course, my sidearm is the Damascus. I actually recently just got a better Damascus than the one I was running. This is the one I built. This is the one I've got, and it's got a lot more power than what I was running. It's got harmful. Each hit has a 15% chance to apply bleeding. A bleed status debuff, which is really, really good. It's got quick draw, and when drawn, weapon damage is increased by 20% for 2 seconds. After that, the weapon damage is decreased by 20%. I mean, it's a sidearm. I'm not looking for anything good. I mean, compared to my Golden Rhino, I like the mag size on this a little bit more. I'm actually going to try and see if I can't roll off the quick draw, because I hate the quick draw. I would love to get that off of there and add something else. But it seems to be pretty common when getting a Damascus. So if I had to take a guess, I think it's a standard. I'll fast travel to the terminal and see if I can't roll it off. If I can, that'd be amazing. But the Golden Rhino increased stagger by 200%. This is really a last resort type gun for me. I don't really use this one often, but it has Vicious on it. I'm actually going to try and see if I can get something for like damage boosts, but I don't really think I need it. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty much my build. It doesn't really matter as far as the mods you put on it. If you put on like enough stamina and enough firearms, you're most likely going to be able to run this build easily. The reason why I run the Ninja Bike or the Ninja Bike backpack, it's got better stats than my Nomad. Regardless, I like this more because because it lowers my stamina, which I hate. Which my stamina is also my health, and it's you can't beat this when it comes to that. You need to have a high stamina. You need to have a high toughness and stamina when running this build, because then that makes you last longer. The higher the armor, the better it is, personally for me. Which I do intend on buffing this, because it can be used on anything except for classified builds, which, let me kind of explain what it is. Talent. Ninja Bike Messenger Bag slots in with a full equipped gear set item to fulfill a requirement towards unlocking a gear set bonus. Can unlock bonuses for multiple sets simultaneously. So I could technically run a fusion build and it would be okay. But the downside to this is that it can't unlock classified gear set bonuses. So say like my Banshee bag, for example, it won't work. And actually, let me look at my Banshee build. Yeah, I only have one classified piece for that right now, which sucks. I gotta hunt those, which it's pretty hard to do. You actually have to run. Like for me, I still need 4 pieces of my Nomad classified. I need the mask, I need the bag, and of course, I basically need everything except for the gloves or the vest and knee pads, which is pretty cool. But that also unlocks a specialty set bonus, which is huge. You can't get any better than that. It's gonna take me a while to get that to drop. Hence the reasoning why I don't like running this without the ninja bag right now, because I need that gear set bonus. The heal on kill plus the instant revive is pretty much broken. So here in a second, I'm going to go grab my headset. I'm not currently wearing it right now, given what's going on. Oh my god, I'm 22 minutes in. But these are my current stats. Firearms, stamina, and electronics. With this, you really don't need to rely so heavy on your electronics. You really need to rely heavily on these two when you're running Nomad. My weapon damage is 13,000. Wait. Do I not have out my assault rifle? No, I got out my Damascus. Oops. We're going to make sure we got that equipped. So, I'm currently running a weapon damage of 20,000. My crit hit chance, like I said, it sucks on this gun. I need to get better pieces, hence the reason why we are doing a Dark Zone run. But my damage is high. So is my headshot. Accuracy, can go fuck itself, along with the rest of this. And then, of course, on my shotgun, the weapon damage is higher, of course, because it is a shotgun. It is shooting a slug. The crit hit damage sucks. I want to fix that too, but it's going to take me a while to fix it. Because, again, I need the right parts to drop for both guns. Hence the reasoning why it's going to take me a while. But, yeah, give me a minute to go grab my headset, get it fired up and linked, and then we will get right into the stream. Alright, let me go ahead and mute myself and turn off my camera. going to be a longer stream because it is Thanksgiving. So that's kind of why I want to do it this way. I want to see if I can't roll off that talent on this Damascus.
Your attention, please. A group of terrorists will convene at 1500 hours in the main hall.
I can't. It's locked. Okay.
Hey!
But I also got a bunch of tools so that then this way I can hopefully roll something really good. Oh yeah, because it is a primary talent. Okay, so... Okay, that sucks. Let me see. Yeah, I was working on small grips. So let's go on ahead. Let's make a couple of these. Let's see if I can't get anything good. Okay, not bad. I need chance, though. Okay, that's actually pretty good. 19%. That's the highest I've gotten so far. I might take that. I definitely might use that one. Let me see if I can't craft any tools. Okay, I can only craft one tool. Everything else I think I need dev tech for, yeah. Which I don't want to waste my dev tech. Reasoning why is because I need to come over here anyway and power up my assault rifle. I want to keep power leveling up my M4 until it's completely maxed out. But I need 50 dev tech to be able to run it. Hence the reason.
Man, I can't wait to put my feet.
Okay. I'm not going to go into this zone because a lot of players usually go here. Actually, given what I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to show you guys how we do dev, or no, because I need to extract stuff anyway. Yeah, we're going to go up here. We're going straight to zone 9 because I can actually do this a lot easier in zone 9 because very few people come up.
You need what I got.
Yeah, no, that really doesn't.
It was your call, not the mine.
Well, yeah, because I've got that same one on this one. So don't I have a red one that deals more?
Don't just stand there.
Yeah, so this is the highest that I've got. This one's slightly better. I could run a large suppressor FDE, but I don't want to. Because I need the crit damage right now, and unfortunately that's one thing that we don't have.
Transmissions jammed. Proximity coverage only. Backup activated. System rebooted. Warning. Entering dark zone.
So for this, I usually run a concealed scrambler and a revive station. And what I'm going to be marking is this here. Best way to get parts is to do these. Actually, hold on a second. I should probably break some stuff down in my bag first. Because I did have some stuff that I was going to sell, but just mark these as junk, and then I'll be able to disassemble these along with this one. Alright. There's an entry point around here somewhere for this. The reasoning why you should be running these in the dark zone is because for one particular reasoning, very. This one isn't as common for getting looters. Though you can come across them, it does not mean that you're likely to. Because normally if people in this game go rogue, they don't go rogue in tiers 9 zones. I want to go ahead, I'm going to toss a grenade at these guys.
Let's take care of business.
Deal. Place. How about you first? I'll pick that up. I'm trying to get a better marksman rifle too, so that's something that I am looking for. Is this better than the one I currently have? Let's go ahead and make sure I got that equipped. So I got the Model 700 Carbon. Let's compare to my current. How do I switch? Okay, hold on a second. I actually need to. Let me put this one back. And then put this on that slot. And then we'll check it. My 700 Carbon's better, so we'll destroy this. So that's the reasoning why that I didn't touch it. I guess I can go ahead and run my. Yeah, we'll run that for now. Oh yeah, see, the reasoning why is because there's active players trying to kill others, and they're all the way down here in like DZ3 and below, because it's easy to get like early level players that way. Hence the reason why that I don't like doing the Dark Zone too often. If I do the Dark Zone too often, you're most likely going to come across players that go rogue just for your loot. And that's also why I don't prefer going rogue at all costs. Or prefer going into the Dark Zone, because you can actually possibly get what you're looking for, but it's not always guaranteed. It's guaranteed that you can get more better stacked gear in the Dark Zone just by doing these landmarks. Hence the reasoning why that I only do the landmark when I get the landmark. Oh, that's beautiful. I don't have anything to block this. Alright, chuck a grenade at him to get his attention. Oh my god, yeah. That's actually really good for me, because now I can actually take cover down here and actually shoot him. Oh shit. Oh, that's the wrong spot! gonna be a tough go, but it's not impossible. They're all on the map. There's no way in hell I'm going to be able to survive this one. Yeah, let's go ahead and head to the DZ9 safe room. I think that now that there's actually people, now that I know that there's people down here, there should be one at that other one that I was trying to go to.
Hey, you want to see this stuff or not?
Readings indicate this area is safe.
I mean, again, it really doesn't matter for me too much. This one, that's garbage. Trash. That's not bad. I might break that out for my... No, I can't. The reasoning why is because I need headshot damage. What's my current... What's my current one like? Hold on. Let me go here. This is a Mark 5.
Don't just stand there.
And he's selling me a Mark 4.
Don't ask where it came from.
Yeah. No. That's not worth my money. Let's see. These guys are selling nothing but these guys are selling nothing but trash. You need to be careful before you buy anything. That's why you always look at the stats. If it's not equal or better than what you are currently running, do not pick it up. Otherwise, you're going to be regretting your decision. Yeah, let's head back to this landmark over here because I prefer this one.
Warning. Now we're exiting the safe area.
Because again, it makes it easy for me to deal with this stuff. Eventually, I intend on, if there's a supply drop, I will do it with you guys. But I will also show you guys that it's impossible for me to do with my current kit. I need to power up this gun for it to be usable in the Dark Zone completely. And I need to get like good mods and everything on this thing, otherwise you're not going to be able to survive this at all. Still no threats. Seriously? Okay. Okay, yeah, someone's been running these landmarks. Meaning there's someone here with me. Let's go down to DC4 or DC8. Because I need to run these, otherwise, wait, that's a waypoint. Is that a landmark? It is a landmark. Yeah. So sometimes you're going to run into that when you're running in the Dark Zone. It is going to be really hard to get what you need.
Wish I were you. Sick of the bunch of whiners.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be careful to not go too close to these guys. Okay, assholes here already. Oh, yep.
Got a job to do.
Yeah, well, so do I. And it's called Kick Your Little Butts. Let me quickly grab my shotgun. I also have a Tommy gun, which is also a good option.
Cover me. Check over here.
Commencing cargo retrieval.
Confirmed. Cargo secured. Seconds till extraction complete. Seconds.
Extraction complete.
Yeah, I'm marking the checkpoint so I can dip out. 4 minutes so I can reboot my game. Wait, the vibration stopped. I may not have to dip. That's good news for me though.
Supply drop detected. Uploading coordinates.
Well, we don't even have to. I don't want to do that supply drop for you guys. That would be huge right now.
Attention. Exiting dark zone.
Hey, you're gonna need this.
Okay. Disciplined is really good. Ferocious I might change out. That's actually a really good sniper. I'll keep it. What about this? Ooh. Okay, yeah, we'll hold on to that. And then everything else is... Oh, I guess I can take these. Hey, we're good to go, if you want. My game stopped bugging out.
I got what you need. You won't find this shit anywhere else.
Yeah, nothing.
Don't make a habit of not buying.
Transmissions jammed. Proximity coverage only. Backup activated. System rebooted.
Okay, we're gonna do the supply drop, guys. So this is actually gonna be very fun. Supply drops have a really good chance to drop some decent gear. That's the reason why they are wanted. Not to mention, you can also run into a mythic. Mythics are really, really good to do. Question is, will we be able to do it? Because these guys can get tough. Really tough.
Supply drops will expire. 30 seconds.
Target stuck in cover.
Update. Supply drops have expired.
Sure, why not? Alright, I'm gonna pull out my M4 because these guys will not leave us alone. Where's my M4 at? Here we go. Special. Pulse. So the reason why I switched over to my M4 is because this thing does the most.
Warning. Readings indicate this area is contaminated. secure. Leaving contaminated area.
Oh yeah, guys, when you're playing this game, you need to watch the contamination filters as well. Otherwise, you will end up regretting it. So hence the reasoning why that I'm showing you guys this. This is going to be probably about a 2-hour episode because that's how long I'm probably going to be on for. I'm hoping to be able to get some decent stuff. And anything you get in the Dark Zone you cannot use until you extract it because it has to go through I think like a contamination protocol or something in the game.
Confirmed. Area has been secured.
Ooh yeah, because now there's a manhunt over here, and now I gotta make sure that we're not gonna get swarmed. So this will probably be the last extraction that I do from the area. Because I don't think that there's going to be anything good. Oh geez, everyone's running the Santa outfit.
Who's there?
secure. Confirmed. Area has been secured.
That's the reason why I'm being so selective with all this, guys. Otherwise, it wouldn't be that big of a problem. I mean, I'm not needing a Predator vest other than mainly for money, but that's probably the only reason why I would pick it up. Other than that, there was really no point.
Chopper is inbound. Collect the package. Seconds till extraction complete. Seconds.
Contamination level critical below strength level. Package is secure. Extraction complete.
I'm already almost there.
You are now entering a safe area.
Alright. And I'm mainly just going to come here and restock. Because I was just looking so that then this way I can find a place to have a good stopping point. I'm going to let them know that we are... that I'm getting off. Hey man, I'm getting off for a while. I've been on for a few hours. Talk to you later? Alright. Later, man. Alright guys, so that's going to go on ahead and do it for today's stream. I need to get something to eat in me. I'm starting to get a headache if I don't. But yeah, so that's kind of the Dark Zone in a gist. It's really, really fun. If you know what you're doing and you got yourself a good party together. There's like 3 other people that I usually play with. This guy just joined up with randomly because he saved my butt and I kind of wanted to show off as much as I could. The supply drops actually are really, really good. That's actually how I got one of the Golden Rhino, is by doing a supply drop, and one of the bosses actually dropped it. Similar to do with the AR that I got, it's pretty good. Again, I need to power that up, which I'm not really looking forward to, because I need Dev Tech. Division Tech allows me to level my weapons up, and of course, like the Phoenix credits, which I have to go and get, those require a lot more effort to do, because I have to go and do specific missions like HVT missions and just opening crates consistently, which is kind of annoying. But other than that, I mean, this game is fun. You can actually do a lot with this game on your own. The only reason why that I'm not playing solo, or the reason why I stopped playing solo towards the end, is because otherwise I wouldn't be able to show anything. But you guys got to see the Nomad in action. The ability to instantly heal you when you die after 4 minutes is completely insane. Other than that, I mean, this is pretty much the game. The Division 2 is not that much different, which I will hopefully be able to show you guys eventually, but not yet. Because that's going to take some time for me to set up. Because I want to at least show you guys what I am at my best, not while I'm still power leveling, which is kind of what this game is. It's essentially what the game is at its core. It is a RPG, MMO, grind your ass off game, which it's fun. I do enjoy it. I just wish that they would have done more with it, because the Division 2 is pretty much the Division 1 it's got a more linear story to it, which is pretty cool. But it's still open world. You still got the dark zone. You still have you can still partner up with people too, and that's the best part about this. If I had to rate this game out of 10, it would, compared to what Black Ops 7 is now, which that's like a 2 out of 10 because they really didn't do much to it. I am kind of glad that they added in a new jump mechanic, but it's really not. It's not that imperative that I keep it. So this game rated out of 10, and I'm gonna factor in the Division 2 a lot when I play this because the Division 2 is slightly worse, but this one's kind of like a 8-ish out of 10. It's sitting really close to an 8, but it's not an 8. So hence the reason why that I'm okay with doing a full 8 on this, because there are some things that I'm just nitpicky about. The Division 1, it's not like... This one's more grindy versus the Division 2. The Division 1, it's more grindy because you have to go into the Dark Zone to get good gear. The Division 2, you can actually get those every time you level, which is kind of insane, but you're not guaranteed to get what you want. Hence the reasoning why I'm kind of saying that these two games I can kind of fuse into one, but it's not, because the Division 2, it's a completely separate game. It's got its own story, which is kind of insane. This one is more grindy. The only way to actually complete the story is by doing all the missions, and it's not linear either for the Division 1. So you have to kind of, I guess, play to your strengths. So this particular game is an even 8, just game-wise, and that's overall. Gameplay mechanics, it feels a lot like something that Tom Clancy would, or that the Ghost Recon and stuff like that come out. So it has a lot of that playability. There are some things that I don't like. The pulse is fine. I mean, in the Division 2, the pulse is a lot worse. It's also way nerfed. So this one, I like the pulse on it a little bit more. The healing in the game is insane. If I had to really say what's causing a lot of issues is the cheating in the game. This particular game has a lot of cheating. And it's mainly in the Dark Zone because people will do what is known as lag switching. They will essentially bug the server and essentially make their aim assist essentially lock on like crazy. So that's kind of why I don't like the Division 1. The Division 2 is kind of the same way. I just wish that they had a means of anti-cheat. But then again, this game was made back before like mods and cheating were a really big thing. So I really have to say the cheating really needs to go away. And this is going to be fused with the other game as well. Hence the reasoning why that I'm not too imperative on it. Or it's going to be... This is going to be 2 different parts. So the first stream that I did a few days ago on this game is going to be paired up with this stream because it's a completely different piece of the game. And I'm not starting from scratch. If I'm starting from scratch, I'll do a full series on it. It's just going to take forever to do because I have to power level myself. And the only way to power level yourself is to grind. And that's what takes the longest. Hence the reasoning why I'm hesitant on doing a series on it. Of course, I'll do it if you want it. But it's very, very hesitant for me. The Division 2, I might be okay with doing a series on and starting from scratch because... for 2 reasons. First reason is because the story is a lot more linear and it's a lot easier to level. You're not having to grind the game out as much as you do with the original. And that's probably its only perk. What else was I going to do? What else was I going to say? Oh, the gameplay mechanics itself, if I had to rate it out of 10, I'm going to say it's a solid 7. It feels a lot like a Tom Clancy game, like Ghost Recon and Rainbow Six. But it plays a lot more like Ghost Recon, as it's a third-person shooter, and it's a really decent game. I know that Ghost Recon, I think with Wildlands, became first-person. Correct me if I'm wrong. But other than that, there is no point. The Division 1, it was originally, I think, just a proof of concept that got released. And it's really, really fun. However, it has a lot of issues. Like, as you guys can tell with me, I was having a lot of issues trying to maintain control of my controller because the vibrations wouldn't stop when I had a health issue. And this game has a lot of bugs that make the game crash, and it's a really good game in general. I just don't like the fact being of how many bugs it has and how much hacking happens in the game. If that wasn't a problem, this game would be a 10 out of 10. And that's just in the Dark Zone, and in the main, of course, it's a problem. Not to mention all the griefing. Like, if you're going to introduce the Dark Zone, you introduce it you make sure that you introduce it properly. I don't know how the Division 2 is yet, because I don't know exactly how the Dark Zone is going to work. Hence the reasoning why that I'm not... I'm kind of hesitant on going in there yet. Graphics-wise, I mean, this is a remastered version of the original Division. The graphics are high quality. That's an easy 10 out of 10. Audio can be a little bit better, but other than that, graphics is pretty good. The only issue that I have with... Actually, you know what? Scratch that. The graphics are a 9 out of 10, because I just remembered this. Graphics, they have an issue with transitioning from light and dark areas, which is kind of annoying. And the Division 2 has the same problem. So, it's a 9 out of 10 on graphics. Weapons choices, it's pretty obvious what guns are better than others, but you kind of just have to make your build the way you want. Personally, for me, I stack crit as much as I can, because that allows you to deal a lot more damage in a very, very fast manner, because it's very stackable. Audio in this game, it could be better. The main issue that I have with is the ability to hear players showing up, like in my view, in my audio view, because I wear a high quality headset. I should be able to hear footsteps, and that's the one thing that I hate, because I can hear it in Division 2 very easily. The Division 2 has its own issues, which is kind of annoying, but then at the same time, you're looking at exactly what this game is. It's a massive online multiplayer. There are going to be bugs. I just wish the fact being that they would still continuously support it, to the point being where it's getting patched. And that's the major issue. Not to mention, I'm going to say this very, very heavily. The exotics in this game and how you get their buffs and perks, I don't like it. That's another thing that I have to bring up. As far as gear-wise, this particular issue is kind of the main problem. The exotics in this game, I don't really care for too much. Now, the gear itself is really, really good. Like my Nomad kit, I just wish that it was easier to get the parts you wanted, or nick the classified part and just make the parts slightly harder to get, but make it worth your while. Hence the reason why I have this issue with it. The Ninja Bike Bag is actually a really good exotic one, because it works with the other gear. The weapons, on the other hand, have a major problem. Like, there's only maybe a couple of decent exotics out there that you can get that's actually worth your time, and they're on extremely low drop rates. Like, I mean, you would have to put all the exotic weapons on par as far as either damage or talent boosts and all that fun stuff with the other ones. with the two that I'm going to bring up, which is the House, which is an SMG, and then the Showstopper, which is a shotgun. And they're not all on the same level. I hate that. The problem is the fact being that you can't get the gun you want. If they either have to up the drop rate of the House and Showstopper, or they would have to lower the drop rate of the others and up the talents. Honestly, I would probably go for up the talents because that would actually... It would make it worth your while of picking them up. I've picked up so many exotics, like the Midas, for example. I got that from a cache, and I didn't end up using it. The reasoning why is because it's a trash gun. Even though that it does a crap ton of damage, it lowers the damage over time. And that's the issue that I have with it. Otherwise, I'd be running it consistently. So as far as gear and everything is concerned, that's another thing I need to bring up. The talents. The talents on the guns, to get the ones you want, I don't like the fact being that you have to have a specific currency to be able to re-roll it. If you're going to do that, you use normal credits but make it a higher amount, because I can easily get normal credits. I don't like the fact being that I need what is called Phoenix credits just to be able to re-roll a talent. That beats the purpose of having talents and a means to re-roll them if you don't get what you want. This game felt very pay-to-win-y when I started playing it because it did not play as good. It plays a lot better now that I'm actually knowing what I'm doing, but it's not as easy, I guess is the best way to put it. Still, because that M4 that I have, that shreds right now, is the best one I have. And it took me forever to get deadly on it. I actually rolled that on when I first created the weapon. But it took me like 50 tries to do it. If you're going to... You have to make each one even enough to roll. And that's kind of ridiculous that you're not getting it. Because it took me forever to get deadly on it. And you need the crit chance to survive in this game. And I think that that's kind of where they were like, oh, well, you can just go out and grind more. It insinuates you to play the game a lot more, which is kind of stupid. You either have the blueprint for the gun and just make sure you roll it, or you're basically going to be sitting here forever grinding the game out to get Phoenix credits. Which, to get the blueprints, you also need Phoenix credits. They have way too much currency in this game. Well, in-game currency, that's kind of obnoxious. I don't know how it is with the Division 2 because I haven't gotten that far yet. But if it's the same, it's going to get obnoxious, and it's going to get obnoxious really fast. There are some things in the map that I could do to go get Phoenix credits. However, most of which I need a DLC to be able to do. It essentially insinuates you to have to buy the other parts to the game to be able to get what you want. And that's kind of ridiculous. So, as far as talents and everything goes, if I factor that in with the guns, it's a 5 out of 10 easy. Because it would be pushing a 6. Which is kind of sad because the game itself is fun. I enjoy the mechanics. The skills, or in this particular, it's called skills. Like, the pulse is awesome. I like the fact being that you can also mod your skills as well. And then your ultimate skill goes in the middle. I like the fact being that they have that. The pulse combined with, a concealed pulse combined with it's a med station that I actually have modded to be able to revive down players. That's huge because it is one of the major things. The pulse will enable me to also get crit damage and extra crit chance on top of concealing all my equipment. It's also really good if you're running the Dark Zone because players won't be able to find you. That's busted. And then pair that up with my specialty skill, which is called a Recovery Link. The Recovery Link is actually, it heals down players, but it resurrects down players, but it also heals you. So hence it And on top of that, I think mine's got regeneration too, which is freaking bananas. I don't know what I did to be able to do that, but it's insane. Hence the reasoning why that the game itself, the game mechanics are good as far as like skills and how the weapons feel and all that fun stuff. That's the fun part. The hard part is how much you have to grind to get what you want. And I don't intend on sitting here for hours on end just trying to get anything that I want. So you kind of have to take the push with the shove, because the gameplay mechanics, other than the weapons and talents, how the guns feel, it feels really, really good. Like that lightweight M4, it has a lot of kick, but it has a lot more damaging capabilities. Hence the reasoning why an M4 is actually probably one of the better weapons in the game, next to the 2 exotics that I brought up. That AK-47 is not the greatest, hence the reasoning why that it's a problem. You kind of have to take the push with the shove, because it makes most of the exotics not worth it. You can literally go down to a high end, and you'd still be fine. You can still deal a lot of damage. You just got to make sure the score and everything on it's perfect. Which, it's the same thing that goes with your gear. Your armor value is essentially what you need. So, total amount, it's an 8 out of 10, because there's a lot of things that I like about the game. A lot of things also that I can nitpick, but they're not as big completely. So, I'm eventually going to be doing some Division 2 stuff as well. It's going to take me some time for that, because I want to finish power leveling that game enough, because that game is not as grindy as the first one, which is what I was playing for you today. And you guys will see a lot of differences in the game between the first and second game. You'll see a lot of differences, and I think honestly I like the second one a little bit more, because it's really good for solos. Like for me, I don't have a lot of people who play these games. Not a lot of people that I know like these games. Hence the reasoning why that having a variation where I can still play solo and not have to grind the Dark Zone as much, it's huge. So the Division 2 will get a bonus in my, I guess, book. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Happy Thanksgiving. If you guys are new around here, please hit the like button down below, and then hit the subscribe button as well. If you're on my YouTube channel. If you're on Twitch with me right now, please follow me on here. I'm trying to get up to the point being where I will be able to grow my channel even more. So, thank you guys.
Peace out. Later. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.